Which of the following developed IPv6? A. The Internet Engineering Task Force, IETF. B. The Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE. C. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. D. None. Correct answer A. The Internet Engineering Task Force, IETF. The Internet Engineering Task Force, IETF, created IPv6 to solve the long-anticipated issue of IPv4 address exhaustion. In contrast to IPv4, IPv6 uses dash times more bits to address a device on the Internet. A. 2. B. 8. C. 4. D. 6. Correct answer C. 4. In contrast to IPv4, IPv6 uses 4 times more bits to address a device on the Internet. An IPv6 interface, host, in a network segment is uniquely recognized in which mode of addressing? A. Unicast. B. Anycast. C. Multicast. D. None. Correct answer A. Unicast. In classless addressing, there are no classes, but addresses are still granted in dash. A. IPs. B. Blocks. C. Codes. D. Sizes. Correct answer D. Blocks. In classless addressing, there are no classes, but addresses are still granted in blocks. The total number of addresses in a block of classless IP addresses equal to 2 to the power 32 minus CIDR value. In classful addressing, a large part of available addresses are dash. A. Organized. B. Blocked. C. Wasted. D. Communicated. Correct answer C. Wasted. In classful addressing, a large part of available addresses are wasted. Thus, to solve this, classful addressing is replaced with classless addressing, where one can reserve the number of IP addresses required by modifying the CIDR value and make sure that not many addresses are wasted. Which of the following field in IPv4 datagram is not related to fragmentation? A. Flags. B. Offset. C. TOS. D. Identifier. Correct answer C. TOS. TOS type of service identifies the type of packets. It is not related to fragmentation, but is used to request specific treatment such as high throughput, high reliability or low latency for the IP packet depending upon the type of service it belongs to. An IPv6 address is made of 128 bits divided into 8 dash bits blocks. A. 4. B. 6. C. 12. D. 16. Correct answer D. 16. An IPv6 address is made of 128 bits divided into 8 16-bit blocks. The header length of an IPv6 datagram is dash. A. 10 bytes. B. 25 bytes. C. 30 bytes. D. 40 bytes. Correct answer D. 40 bytes. IPv6 datagram has fixed header length of 40 bytes, which results in faster processing of the datagram. There is one fixed header and optional headers which may or may not exist. The fixed header contains the mandatory essential information about the packet, while the optional headers contain the optional, not that necessary information. According to the rules of IPv6, if 2 or more blocks contain consecutive zeros, then dash. A. We can omit them all and replace with single colon sign. B. We can omit them all and replace with double colon sign. C. We can omit them all and replace with double dash sign. D. We can omit them all and replace with double underscore sign. Correct answer B. We can omit them all and replace with double colon sign. According to the rules of IPv6, if two or more blocks contain consecutive zeros, then we can omit them all and replace them with double colon sign. Which of the following is not applicable for IP? A. Error reporting. B. Handle addressing conventions. C. Datagram format. D. Packet handling conventions. Correct answer A. Error reporting. The Internet Protocol is the networking protocol which establishes the Internet by relaying datagrams across network boundaries. ICMP is a supporting protocol for IP which handles the error reporting functionality. Which of the following demerits does fragmentation have? A. Complicates routers. B. Open to DOS attack. C. Overlapping of fragments. D. All of the mentioned. Correct answer D. All of the mentioned. Fragmentation makes the implementation of the IP protocol complex and can also be exploited by attackers to create a DOS attack such as a teardrop attack. Fragmentation won't be required if the transport layer protocols perform wise segmentation. The global routing prefixes' three most important bits are always set to dash. A 000, B 001, C 111, D 110. Correct answer B 001. Dual stack approach refers to dash. A. Implementing IPv4 with two stacks. B. Implementing IPv6 with two stacks. C. Node has both IPv4 and IPv6 support. D. Implementing a MAC address with two stacks. Correct answer C. Node has both IPv4 and IPv6 support. Dual stack is one of the approaches used to support IPv6 in already existing systems. ISPs are using it as a method to transfer from IPv4 to IPv6 completely eventually due to the lower number of possible available addresses in IPv4. Link local address always starts with dash. A. FE80, B. FE81, C. AE80, D. EE82. Correct answer A. FE80. A link local address of local addresses is used in AND dash. A. Isolated router, B. Isolated mask, C. Isolated subnet, D. Isolated net. Correct answer C. Isolated subnet. Isolated subnet is very huge sharing network area. In this link local address of local addresses is used. A link local address can be configured on any subnet with the prefix FE80 : dash form of IPv6 address is globally unique. It should only be used for local communication. A. Global unicast address, B. Unique local address, C. Local link address, D. None of the mentioned. Correct answer B. Unique local address. Although the unique local address form of IPv6 address is globally unique, it should only be used for local communication. When was IPv6 launched? A. June 2, 2012. B. June 4, 2012. C. June 5, 2012. D. June 6, 2012. Correct answer D. June 6, 2012. IPv6 is the latest version of the Internet Protocol released on 6 June 2012. An IPv6 address is 128 bits long. Therefore, 2 to the power 128, that means 340 undecillion addresses are possible in IPv6. The size of an IP address in IPv6 is dash. A. 4 bytes, B. 128 bits. C. 8 bytes. D. 100 bits. Correct answer B. 128 bits. An IPv6 address is 128 bits long. Therefore, IPv4 has only 4 billion possible addresses, and IPv6 would be a brilliant alternative in case IPv4 runs out of possible new addresses. A dash is a device that forwards data that is not specifically addressed to it. A. Network. B. Link. C. Switch. D. Router. Correct answer D. Router. A router is a device that forwards data that is not specifically addressed to it. IPv6 does not use dash type of address. A. Broadcast. B. Multicast. C. Anycast. D. Unicast. Correct answer A. Broadcast. There is no concept of broadcast address in IPv6. Instead, there is an anycast address in IPv6 which allows sending messages to a group of devices but not all devices in a network. Anycast address is not standardized in IPv4. How many types of routing protocols are there? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. 5. Correct answer A. 2. There exist two forms of routing protocols. Distance vector routing protocol. Link state routing protocol. Which of the following is not the distance vector routing protocol? A. RIP. B. BGP. C. OSPF. D. All of the above. Correct answer C. OSPF. RIP and BGP both are distance vector routing protocols, whereas OSPF is not. Which of the following is the example of exterior routing protocol? A. RIP. B. OSPF. C. BGP. D. None of the mentioned. Correct answer C. BGP. BGP is an example of exterior routing protocol. Teredo is an automatic tunneling technique. In each client, the obfuscated IPv4 address is represented by bits dash. A. 96 to 127. B. 0 to 63. C. 80 to 95. D. 64 to 79. Correct answer A. 96 to 127. Teredo is a technique through which gives the possibility for full IPv6 network connectivity to IPv6 capable hosts which are currently on an IPv4 network. Bits 96 to 127 in the datagram represents obfuscated IPv4 address of the IPv4 network. What do you mean by RIPNG? 8. Route Info Protocol New Generation. B. Routing Interior Protocol Next Generation. C. Routing Information Protocol Next Generation. D. None of the mentioned. Correct answer C. Routing Information Protocol Next Generation. Which of these is not applicable for IP protocol? A. Connectionless. B. Offer reliable service. C. Offer unreliable service. D. Does not offer error reporting. Correct answer B. Offer reliable service. IP does not provide reliable delivery service for the data. It's dependent upon the transport layer protocols like TCP to offer reliability. In IPv4 addresses, classful addressing is replaced with dash. A. Classless addressing. B. Classful addressing. C. Classful advertising. D. Classless advertising. Correct answer A. Classless addressing. Classful addressing is replaced with classless addressing as a large ratio of the available addresses in a class in classful addressing is wasted. In classless addressing, one can reserve the number of IP addresses required by modifying the CIDR value and make sure that not many addresses are wasted. What is OSPF-v3? 8. Open Shortest Path First Version 3. B. Open Single Path First Version 3. C. Open Solo Path First Version 3. D. Open Straight Path First Version 3. Correct answer A. Open Shortest Path First Version 3. The TTL field has value 10. How many routers max can process this datagram? A. 11. B. 5. C. 10. D. 1. Correct answer C. 10. TTL stands for time to life. This field specifies the life of the IP packet based on the number of hops it makes, number of routers it goes through. TTL field is decremented by 1 each time the datagram is processed by a router. When the value is 0, the packet is automatically destroyed. ICMP-v6 is used for which of the following reasons? A. Diagnostic functions. B. Error and information message. C. Statistical purposes. D. All of the above. Correct answer D. All of the above. ICMP-v6 stands for dash. A. Intranet Controller Model Protocol version 6. B. Internet Controller Message Protocol version 6. C. Internet Control Model Protocol version 6. D. Internet Control Message Protocol version 6. Correct answer D. Internet Control Message Protocol version 6. If the value in protocol field is 17, the transport layer protocol used is dash. A. TCP. B. UDP. C. ICMP. D. IGMP. Correct answer B. UDP. The protocol field enables the demultiplexing feature so that the IP protocol can be used to carry payloads of more than one protocol type. Its most used values are 17 and 6 for UDP and TCP respectively. ICMP and IGMP are network layer protocols. What should be the flag value to indicate the last fragment? A. 0. B. 1. C. TTL value. D. Protocol field value. Correct answer A. 0. The flag field in the IP header is used to control and identify the fragments. It contains 3 bits, reserved, don't fragment and more fragments. If the more fragments bit is 0, it means that the fragment is the last fragment. A few leftmost bits in each address of IPv6 address define its category is called dash. A. Prefix type. B. Postfix type. C. Reserved type. D. Local type. Correct answer A. Prefix type. Prefix is the bits in the IP address which are placed in leftmost position. A network prefix in IPv6 is given by a CIDR format-like number at the end of the address. What is the HCPv6? 8. Dynamic Host Conformation Protocol version 6. B. Deactivate Host Configuration Protocol version 6. C. Deactivate Host Conformation Protocol version 6. D. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol version 6. Correct answer D. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol version 6. Which statement S about IPv6 addresses are true? A. Leading zeros are required. B. Two colons are used to represent successive hexadecimal fields of zeros. C. Two colons are used to separate fields. D. A single interface cannot have multiple IPv6 addresses of different types. Correct answer B. Two colons are used to represent successive hexadecimal fields of zeros. In order to shorten the written length of an IPv6 address, successive fields of zeros may be replaced by double colons. In trying to shorten the address further, leading zeros may also be removed. The header length of an IPv6 datagram is dash. A. 10 bytes. B. 25 bytes. C. 30 bytes. D. 40 bytes. Correct answer D. 40 bytes. IPv6 datagram has fixed header length of 40 bytes, which results in faster processing of the datagram. There is one fixed header and optional headers which may or may not exist. The fixed header contains the mandatory essential information about the packet, while the optional headers contain the optional, not that necessary information. Dual stack approach refers to dash. A. Implementing IPv4 with two stacks. B. Implementing IPv6 with two stacks. C. Node has both IPv4 and IPv6 support. D. Implementing a MAC address with two stacks. Correct answer C. Node has both IPv4 and IPv6 support. Dual stack is one of the approaches used to support IPv6 in already existing systems. ISPs are using it as a method to transfer from IPv4 to IPv6 completely eventually due to the lower number of possible available addresses in IPv4. IPv6 header is dash as bigger than IPv4. A. 2. B. 8. C. 4. D. 6. Correct answer A. 2. IPv6 headers have dash fixed header. A. 1. B. 2. C. More than 1. D. 0. Correct answer A. 1. Auto-configured IPv6 address is known as dash. A. Global unicast address. B. Unique local address. C. Local link address. D. None of the mentioned. Correct answer C. Local link address. Which of the following statement is true? A. The IPv6 address all ones with net mask all zeros represents the default route. B. The IPv6 address all zeros with net mask all ones represents the default route. C. The IPv6 address all zeros with net mask all zeros represents the default route. D. The IPv6 address all ones with net mask all ones represents the default route. Correct answer C. The IPv6 address all zeros with net mask all zeros represents the default route. Loopback addresses in IPv4 are represented by dash to dash series. A. B. C. D. Correct answer C. Which of the following field is intended to prevent packets from looping indefinitely in the network? A. Time to live. B. Header. C. Hop limit. D. All of the above. Correct answer C. Hop limit. Hop limit 8 bits field is intended to prevent packets from looping indefinitely in the network. This is equivalent to TTL in IPv4. Dash is the process of forwarding routable data by selecting the optimum route or path to the destination from among numerous possible routes or paths. A. Navigation. B. Routing. C. Tariffing. D. Packaging. Correct answer B. Routing. Routing is the process of forwarding routable data by selecting the optimum route or path to the destination from among numerous possible routes or paths. Routing protocols are divided into how many categories? A. 5. B. 4. C. 3. D. 2. Correct answer D. 2. Routing protocols can be divided into two categories. Interior routing protocol. Exterior routing protocol. What is the full form of BGPV4? A. Bridge Gateway Protocol. B. Border Gateway Protocol. C. Board Gateway Protocol. D. Broad Gateway Protocol. Correct answer B. Border Gateway Protocol. IPv6 supports which auto-configuration mode of its host devices? A. Stateful mode. B. Stateless mode. C. Both. D. None. Correct answer C. Both. IPv6 allows its host devices to automatically configure themselves in both stateful and stateless modes. Every block of IPv6 is converted into 4-digit dash numbers. A. Binary. B. Octal. C. Hexadecimal. D. Decimal. Correct answer C. Hexadecimal. Every block of IPv6 is converted into 4-digit hexadecimal numbers. Which of the following address type is equivalent to the public address in IPv4? A. Global Unicast Address. B. Unique Local Address. C. Local Link Address. D. A and B both. Correct answer A. Global Unicast Address.